When people ask why it's important that public sector workers learn to use Python, maybe the best way to respond is to compare Python specifically with Excel, since if people aren't using Python, then they're probably using Excel. So if you get an Excel spreadsheet that contains an analysis, you'd probably have to mouse over different cells to look at the formulas inside to understand what's going on. And maybe the author has written out what the formulas do, but usually they don't. And if they do, that explanation text might be scattered around the spreadsheet in a way that's not particularly intentional or logical. Python opens up the possibility of creating much more readable and reproducible analysis scripts. And that implies a couple of things. First, the original data never gets touched and is never changed. It's just sitting there in storage, and each step that we take it to is saved with a new name. For example, if we're looking at invoices again, we might filter to look just at the invoices for building maintenance, and then group by the month and year and take the average. So that'll give you the average monthly cost of building maintenance over time. And all of the steps to that transformation can be seen in order in the code, and they'll have plain English explanations of what each step does. So even somebody who's quite new to Python but has been through the workshop and has picked up the basics will be able to follow the gist of that analytical move. So we at the Department of General Services believe that doing analysis this way, instead of in Excel, will help us think more collaboratively about the work, since more people understand what's going on in the code and can say what they think. We think it will also reduce errors, since the steps are clear and more people will be looking at them and checking the results. Finally, we think this will save time, since you can plug in new data and repeat the same analysis as many times as you want without changing the code at all. So if all of this talk has gotten you interested in learning Python and you work for Baltimore's Department of General Services, feel free to drop me an email and I will add you to the list. As far as I'm concerned, the more folks we have who are literate in Python, the better.